This is Spanos Stadium, home to one of the most legendary soccer rivalries in NCAA history. Right now, it's empty in here. But what's it look like full?
Diego Alonso, 71st minute. That's the first score of the season.
A rivalry that spans back over 50 years, filled with iconic shots, dramatic finishes, tortillas covering every square inch of the field, and fans not waiting to rush the pitch after every single match. How did this rivalry start? And how did it develop into such an iconic piece of Cal Poly's culture? I'm Ali Tafesh, and this is the Blue-Green Rivalry Game.
You know, I've been fortunate enough to coach in a lot of places all across the U.S. in terms of college soccer, but never experienced a rivalry like it. So, you know, it's a game for me too. Selfishly, I really enjoy it. I love the intensity that we get, the crowd that we get, how into it the students get, and you know, some of the, you know, my two little boys experienced the field getting rushed last year, and that experience, that's something that's going to be a lifetime memory for them. So it's all positive that we look forward to, and look, I think it's something that we don't take for granted. We're really fortunate that we get that rivalry, and I think it's a credit to the people that came before us and how they've built it and how they've sustained it and how into it the students have gotten.
But the rivalry didn't really start until Cal Poly joined the Big West in the 96-97 season, and the two started facing each other twice a year. After UCSB's championship win in 2006, the incentive for Cal Poly to compete grew much larger. And with Spanos Stadium increasing the capacity of their stadium up to 11,000 seats, nearly 3,000 more than what it previously was, it was time for the fans to play an integral part in these games. And that they did. In October of 2007, following their championship win, Santa Barbara came and matched up against Cal Poly, where fans smashed the attendance record. With 7,100 attendees in this game, this placed 8th at the time in NCAA record books across the country. The 2-1 upset win over the defending national champions sparked a run for the team, as they captured their first winning season in the 2000s and were thrust into NCAA playoff contention over the next year. Since that match on October 17, there have been 37 clashes between Cal Poly and Santa Barbara, with over 350,000 spectators in total witnessing the rivalry and an average of 9,500 per match. After 2007, the rivalry witnessed some of the largest crowds in the country, selling out all 11,075 seats at Mustang Memorial Field 11 of the last 16 seasons. Overall, the matchup has drawn 35 of the top 75 regular season crowds in NCAA history, with all of those occurring during the last 18 seasons.
I think one of the biggest levelers in the game that we play is the crowd kind of makes it a bit even no matter what the rankings are as you come into it.
Everyone, you know, your heart rate's a little faster than usual and maybe a little more amped up before, but overall it's the same game we play, we always do, just soccer. And the only difficult part is trying to talk to each other on the field. You know, there's a bunch of people around yelling and cheering, and you just got to do what you can to communicate as best as you can.
You have to communicate to the midfielders more, to talk to the offense. Just so we have to be a little bit more connected with that extra crowd and that noise level.
And that is it. The fans storm the field at Spanos Stadium. Your final score for tonight: Cal Poly 1, UC Santa Barbara 0. Up in the air, they're calling everybody else to get lifted up. You have the yellow and green flags on the air as well.
The fans in the rivalry also took to throwing tortillas in the field, a tradition that started at Santa Barbara's home games in the early 90s.
Their last match started with basketball late 90s and really peaked in the 90s.
But from the 2018 season on, Cal Poly drew or lost the rivalry 9 times in a row. It wasn't until September 28th, 2024, when things really flipped.
Big opportunity. And it's taken away, but headed back from Carly. He's stuck with the play. Mr. Guess Right, like you said, Jonathan. The second time's the charm for the Mustangs. To make this a 2-goal game. Here it goes. And he's got it! Ames right side, inside right post. As he celebrates with his team, Mustangs up 2-0 here in the 71st minute.
It was another massive upset in the Blue-Green rivalry, as the Mustangs defense shut out the number 13 team in the country. Since that upset, both of the following matches have resulted in a 0-0 draw.
I think we're a lot more fit than we used to be. I think our defense, we're a little bit more physical when it comes to going into those matches. You know, like I said, every time we go on the field, we don't think about the crowd. We just think of getting touch tight in the box, being super physical with them, and then let Nicky do the rest.
Heading into Saturday's conference matchup, Cal Poly looks to extend its unbeaten streak against the Gauchos to 4, which would be the first time since its stretch in 2016 through 2018.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've had a huge roster change since my freshman year, a bunch of new guys, a bunch of young guys, and just a lot of heart from the guys that have come in. I definitely would back us on most days, so just going in with confidence and knowing that we put in the work over the summer, over the spring and stuff like that, and just being ready to play our game.
We don't have to get them extra hyped up. You know, it's a game that they're already really looking forward to. We mark our calendars when the game comes out, and it's something that, you know, the guys are really focused in on. So I think if anything, it's trying to keep them level-headed and focused on what the task is, you know, which can be hard when you've got 9,000 people, but being locked in on that is really important.
A rivalry that tops NCAA attendance records and defies conference standings and national rankings alike. The blue-green rivalry game continues to unite fans, players, and communities in one of the sport's most well-defined traditions. It's a match unlike any other, an atmosphere unlike any other, and its legacy just continues to grow.